ready for a backyard transformation that feels both luxe and achievable. Imagine turning a plain slope into a stunning focal point by blending stone, greenery, and subtle lighting, without blowing your budget. Today, I'll reveal the secret of layering retaining walls and alternating textures. Mix rugged fieldstone with sleek poured concrete for instant visual drama. It's a designer-approved trick that makes small spaces appear grand while giving your landscape durable structure all year round. First things first. Define your style by choosing a color palette that complements your home's exterior trim. Warm neutrals like taupe and sandy beige create a Mediterranean vibe, while cooler grays lean modern. Anchor the scheme with matching gravel or mulch, then echo those hues in planters or bench cushions nearby. This cohesion guides the eye smoothly along the wall, preventing the space from feeling chopped up and ensuring the hardscape feels like an intentional extension of the interior. Seasonal flexibility is crucial, so carve planter pockets right into the wall face. Shallow troughs let you rotate spring bulbs, summer succulents, fiery autumn mums, and evergreen sprigs through winter. By simply changing soil inserts, you refresh the scene each quarter without any demolition. Living texture softens masonry lines, boosts pollinator habitat, and weaves the structure into its surroundings, proving that function and beauty happily coexist when design anticipates the rhythms of nature. Budget-friendly doesn't mean basic. Consider segmental concrete blocks, available at most big box stores, for a wallet-smart alternative to custom stone. Stack them in a running bond pattern for stability. Then paint the front faces with breathable masonry stain in a satin finish. A muted sage or charcoal instantly elevates off-the-shelf blocks, replicating the look of upscale quarried stone. Add solar cap lights to highlight the color shift at dusk, creating ambience without higher electricity bills. If you crave a contemporary edge, explore Corten steel panels. This self-weathering metal earns a rich, rusted patina that pairs beautifully with minimalist architecture. Install the panels against drainage gravel for longevity, then contrast the warm steel tones with cool blue fescue grass or silvery lamb's ear. The result is an artful blend of industrial chic and soft planting, proof that retaining walls can be sculptural statements, not just functional necessities. Space optimization tip. Integrate seating directly into the wall design. Extend the top course of stone or timber to form a broad ledge wide enough for outdoor cushions. This dual-purpose perch saves valuable patio square footage while encouraging conversation zones along the garden edge. For added comfort, embed low-voltage strip lighting beneath the overhang so evening gatherings feel intimate and safe without relying on bulky floor lamps or fire pits. Speaking of timber, pressure-treated wood remains a classic for rustic cottages and woodland retreats. To prevent monotony, alternate board orientations. Vertical planks below, horizontal above, creating a woven effect that nods to mid-century fencing. Seal the lumber with a semi-transparent stain that allows the grain to peek through. Pair the wood wall with trailing ivy or maidenhair ferns for a storybook feel that's surprisingly resistant to rot when properly drained and anchored. Gabion baskets offer another trending solution. These wire cages filled with locally sourced rock reduce material costs and highlight regional geology. Vary rock sizes inside each basket to create depth and shadow play. Then tuck drought-tolerant sedums between gaps for pops of green. Gabions curve effortlessly around irregular property lines, making them perfect for quirky urban lots where straight walls would feel forced and space is already at a premium. Four sloped yards yearning for order. Stagger wall heights to carve distinct outdoor rooms. Designate the upper level for grilling, the middle terrace for lounging, and the lowest pad for an herb kitchen. Wide slate steps echo the retaining material and guide guests naturally, eliminating awkward, hard-to-mow inclines. The resulting hierarchy frames picture-perfect vistas from the house, making even compact suburban plots read layered, curated, and surprisingly luxurious from every viewing angle. Design principle spotlight. Rhythm. Repeat key elements, like matching coping stones or consistent joint spacing, at measured intervals along long walls to avoid visual fatigue. Intermittent vertical accent stones function like musical beats, breaking monotony and propelling the eye forward with pleasant regularity. Rhythm not only delights aesthetically but also quietly signals structural continuity, assuring visitors that every section belongs to a cohesive, professionally orchestrated composition rather than disparate weekend projects stitched together. When determining wall height, always balance function with proportion. Low walls under 2 feet feel welcoming and provide impromptu seating, while towering installations risk overwhelming intimate courtyards. A handy designer rule is to keep height below 1/3 of the closest building facade. If grades demand greater elevation, step the wall back in tidy tiers or nest planted shelves between lifts. These strategies reduce perceived mass and help the structure read integrated rather than imposing. Thoughtful lighting transforms retaining walls from hard-working day structures into mesmerizing night vignettes. Recess low-glare LED puck lights midway up to softly grazed texture, or conceal upward fixtures behind ornamental grasses to silhouette swaying plumes. Aim for warm white bulbs around 2700 K so masonry glows like candlelight and plant greens remain accurate. Elegant illumination extends patio usability, elevates safety on steps, and highlights craftsmanship that deserves admiration long after sunset parties begin. Material mixing remains a hot trend. Combine natural stone bases with smooth stucco upper sections for Mediterranean flair, or top concrete blocks with a reclaimed wood cap for coastal charm. The key is to repeat at least one element, color, finish, or joint width, so the juxtaposition feels deliberate rather than haphazard. Mixed materials invite tactile curiosity and enable homeowners to splurge on premium accents without paying premium prices for the entire wall. Climate considerations should drive material choice from the very start. In freeze-thaw zones, flexible modular blocks tolerate seasonal expansion far better than rigid mortared stone. In scorching regions, pale limestone reflects heat, keeping adjacent patios hospitable. Coastal sites demand corrosion-resistant stainless ties and properly graded drainage rock. By respecting local weather patterns, you safeguard longevity and ensure every subsequent color or furnishing decision rests on a dependable, climate-ready foundation. Looking for an eco-forward option that doubles as conversation starter? Recycled concrete, often called urbanite, can be salvaged free from demolition sites, then stacked into retaining tiers with charmingly irregular edges. Fill gaps with nutrient-rich soil and creeping time to knit pieces together organically. Urbanite diverts waste from landfills, slashes material costs, and offers a compelling sustainability story every time curious friends admire your outdoor oasis. Finish with a clear sealer to highlight its surprising beauty. Color psychology transforms mood. Earth-toned walls, think warm sandstone or muted olive, foster tranquility, perfect for meditation corners, while charcoal backdrops make vibrant foliage explode with contemporary drama. Before committing, paint large sample boards and view them morning, noon, and twilight. Outdoor light shifts undertones more than indoor bulbs. Once chosen, echo the hue in patio textiles, ceramic pots, and lantern cushions, so disparate choices merge into a seamless, emotionally resonant composition. Add kinetic charm by integrating a slim water feature directly into the retaining face. A narrow stainless spillway sends a gentle sheet into a hidden pebble basin, masking traffic noise with relaxing white sound. Line the reservoir with waterproof membrane. Specify pumps rated for continuous duty, and include a smart timer to save power overnight. The dance between solid masonry and flowing water balances yin and yang, creating a private spa atmosphere in almost any neighborhood. Smart technology now meets hardscape. Install Wi-Fi, enabled lighting transformers, moisture sensors, and frost alarms behind the wall. With a phone tap or voice command, dim path lights, delay irrigation during rain, or activate thaw cycles on sensitive plants. Tech integration feels lavish, yet entry-level kits are surprisingly affordable, letting budget-minded decorators enjoy convenience once reserved for estate gardens. Data dashboards also help refine plant selection and maintenance calendars season after season. Plant selection is the finishing brushstroke. Anchor sun-baked south walls with low-growing junipers, veil cooler north exposures with shade-loving hostas, and border seating areas with fragrant rosemary or lemon thyme for sensory delight. Layer heights, from creeping sedums to medium shrubs, to build depth, then interject contrasting leaf shapes for complexity. This living tapestry softens hard edges, attracts pollinators, and ensures you're retaining wall reeds as vibrant backdrop rather than stark barrier.